Today, I'm going to show you a simple science experiment that you can try at home to learn about density. Start by taking an empty glass and tip in some water and food colouring. Then add some syrup or treacle. And I'm going to add a little bit more water to make the layer a bit thicker. Then finally, fill the glass up with some oil and leave it to settle for about 15 minutes. These liquids separate out into different layers because they're different densities and they don't mix. The syrup has the highest density, so it sits on the bottom, and the oil, which has the lowest density, rises to the top. Try dropping different objects in to see what happens. If we drop this metal nut in, which is really dense, you can see it sinks right to the bottom. But if I take this grape and drop it in, it sinks through the oil and water but sits on the syrup. This is because the syrup is denser than the grape. Pretty cool, huh? Now if I take this plastic bottle top and drop it in, it slowly sinks through the oil and sits on the water. And finally, if I take this piece of sponge and drop it in, it sits on top. The oil is denser than the sponge. You can try dropping different objects in to see which fluids are denser. I also found shining a torch beam down from above gives a really nice effect.
First, find the mass of the empty beaker, 50.0 grams. When you pour in the liquid, the reading on the scale will increase. This is the mass of the beaker and the liquid. To find the mass of just the liquid, you have to subtract. Now we need a volume. First, determine the scale. To go from 40 to 60, there are 2 lines. Each line is worth 10. The meniscus is reading at 50 milliliters.
Específico. Para a determinação da densidade, começa-se por medir a massa do picnómetro vazio. Em seguida, retira-se a tampa e enche-se totalmente o recipiente com o líquido a estudar. Coloca-se cuidadosamente a tampa num movimento firme e contínuo, de maneira a que o líquido em excesso saia em jato pelo orifício da tampa. Caso se verifique a acumulação de bolhas de ar no picnómetro, deve-se repetir o procedimento até que estas não estejam presentes. Após este processo, limpa-se cuidadosamente o exterior do picnómetro com papel absorvente até estar bem seco. Mede-se novamente a massa do picnómetro, agora com o líquido no seu interior.
densidad y el radio de las bolas, la densidad del líquido problema y la distancia entre las marcas de la probeta A y B. La distancia entre las dos marcas de la probeta se midió con una regla. Se usó una probeta de 500 mililitros. Se llenó la probeta con el fluido problema hasta la marca considerada para la experimentación. Se le colocó una cámara de alta resolución fija con dirección hacia la probeta. Se dejó caer la bola desde una altura considerada y se grabó todo el proceso con la cámara. Se repitieron los pasos 2 al 4 en cada uno de los fluidos.